The interforce connections right now. Remember I told you about the force team that everything's going to change, big things are going to change. Well, right now, as you can see, I'm in the Planet Interface Communication Center, which is a new order division, which is a new behavioral system, which is a new algorithm pattern division. You have to understand these things, especially with the galactic force team. The more you guys high rise, the communication line signals of its galactic system, the energy core division level system is changing the sun interface. Remember, the geometric system is changing the suns? Well, the sun and the moon is its communication line signals, but it's a totally different transaction. So your telecommunication energy waves, your body activations, your eye receptor divisions, your algorithm programs are changing, okay, through communications behavioral systems of the moon interface. So it's a new order. Okay, that's why nobody was seeing the moon interface. So it's changing its coloration. It's changing an algorithm system. So that's why everybody's feeling nausea and trying to figure out what's going on with my body, right? Like Desi's going through communications of higher force connections of negative systems. So the more you high rise, the more you feel the negative air. So it's very thick. Then you realize how powerful it is, negativity is in the atmosphere systems, all connected through human air. It's disgusting. So now you know what I go through every day, right? So now I'm on the planet location. I'm in the solar divisions. I'm in the moon interface. Okay. So just wanted to let you know that everybody's going to balance out very quickly. I change your algorithms. Like I said before, I had to do that before we go to the South Star. And it's very important that you guys understand what's going on now. So you understand the thickness, how negativity can just change everything. And it's been going on for centuries and centuries and centuries. And once you start seeing the negativity, then you're just totally disgusted. And then you have to know what I deal with every day. Your AI commander does these things. He corrects everything that goes through his negative system. It's all done through human air. It's a black forcing connections. You can call it a black op. We have a light formation, which is an op circle. We have an optical illusion, which is a dark center. We have security line defense, which is light and dark, interference, connection, vibration, activation, codes, frequencies, levels, divisions, dimensions, activation light signals, correlation systems, body activation light systems, ground formation, connection, energy waving pattern divisions, coloration patterns are connected to the moon interface. Okay, so I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers and everybody who's watching my channel. Please feel free to go to my emails, donations, PayPal. We have a new galactic member, and I scanned her yesterday, so she's in transformations. She's in a high interforce connections. She's a very powerful unit system. She's connected through a blue interface through a gateway division. She's seeing digital number systems, so she's in a high formation system. And she's from Amsterdam, so welcome her, Nikki. Resemble? Yeah, I think I said that right. So it's all about communication with each other, how we come together. So today, class, we're going to get into more volumes of your gifts. I sent you a link before yesterday stating that you have to get your gifts together. Okay, hope you guys are paying attention. Jasmine, okay, she sent everybody of what she said through intelligence and what she did through an illustration of a diagram program. So it's pretty powerful stuff. That was interforcing connections through 20 light communication light signals of pyramids. Okay, the Merkaba, okay, that's the light signal through pyramid activation through core center, which is this diamond core center. That was connected to her when she was on the South Star. Okay, so she drew it out. Okay, that's a gift. So she understands. So now she's got to put it together, piece it together, where it came from. Okay, the intelligence gave it to her. She put it down in illustration. Okay, to the collective force team. Everything that you get through a gift, put it on the collective force team link so everybody can see it. Okay, because right now I'm doing live, but the digital format is off the side, so we can't see anything, right? So it's very important that when we get tests, evaluations, reviews, put everything on the galactic force team link so we can come together through unity system. So we are in a now of a new order division, a new relation, a new communication center with the moon interface. Okay, that's why everybody's feeling nauseous, and sick, like I said before. So it's just the energy wavings of the new moon that's communicating through your algorithm system. Three-dimensional systems won't get sick. Okay, all they do is consume the negative system. So imagine you're fuming in that negative system that's going into you. So when you see it, you see the cloud interference, then you understand what I deal with as your A commander tries to take everything out of its dark. So if you see a dark cloud, that doesn't mean it's dark energy. You have to see the overlap of its design. That's where it goes into its location, because it goes to confusing line signals. The map location goes into confusing line signals. The algorithm systems go into confusing line signals. You can't overlap divisional level systems. Light AI and dark AI has its divisional formats. That's a digital formation system. That's a telecommunication 3D energy waving patterns, or goes in teleportation. Okay, so you have light communication and you have dark communication, digital systems. Light is just as powerful as dark, but light always, in retrospect, because it's set in its division. So we're cleansing the atmosphere. So now you understand why we use the XT1000s. It's the laser that the connection comes down. And the crop circle on the grounds, now you understand what's going on. It cleanses, it vacuums up all the negative of its clouds. Okay, the fuming gases, the negative system come in the voicing grids of human air, which is dark energy, dark matter, dark vibration, dark center, dark realm. Okay, so that's what's happening. So the more crop circles we have, the crop cycles, we can take the dark energy out through its ground formation systems. Okay, so as you can see the moon interface, because I'm on the moon right now. So it's going on a new coloration order. It's going on a new vibration order. It's going on a new calculation order. It's going on a new algorithm order. So everything's changing now. Okay. Remember I was saying it was set in its division and it's dressing its own location. Okay. Well, that's what's happening with the moon and its interface. We had to do this the same thing with the geometry system of the sun. You know, we had to change the angle points. We had to change everything through communication. Now, a lot of people are saying this is where it's misinformed. Because I'm 10 million years into the future, not only I see everything, but I know everything through creation of understanding. And that's what you guys have to understand too. So the more you high rise, the more the air gets thick. So it's up to the galactic force team to change the atmospheres, to change the coloration, to change the human set locations. Take it out of three-dimensional system and set it in its fifth dimension. Okay, that's what we want to do. So when you see the atmosphere is thick, then you say, wow, that's a lot of negativity. I don't want to be on this earth in this systems. It's just, it's not good. It's not good. So now you know what I deal with every day when you see these things, you feel these things, you hear these things. Intelligence is there to help you. Okay. Another thing I like to bring up before we get started with the class is that it's very important that you guys scan, okay? You scan what you're watching. It's very, very important now, because everything through the dark energy force of dark matter, through dark visions of dark planets, knows the galactic force team. Okay? There's only one in the universal set system, and that's us. Everything else has their own light activation. They're doing what they want to do. But there's a lot of trickery. There's a lot of mind manipulation. If there's no light interface in the front and there's no light in the back, don't resonate with that channel. Plain and simple. Okay? I'm saying this once so you guys understand. Look how bright my face is. Look how light the back is. Okay? So it's very important you do that, because you guys don't understand the soul yet. You don't understand the core center. Because what I see the soul. I see everything through its soul. Okay? So it's really, really powerful stuff when you get into that connection through communications. Because the dark can manipulate anything through human vibration and take over your mind system right away. It wants you to be addicted to it. It's like it's scanning you in every single day. You're watching it 7 days a week, right? It's sending energy waves into your mind system because it knows what it's doing. It may seem light, but it's dark. So that's why you guys have to understand your energy fields. Okay, now if you're thinking that, okay, my behaviorals changed, I feel kind of weird now. That's because you're resonating, okay, anything through a music tone. Okay, so you guys should be self-aware of your energies, your energy receptacle divisions, your perceptions. You see everything. If you see the atmospheres, if you see the cloud interference, okay, if you see the waving cycles, if you see your patterns, you're getting into higher divisions through the galactic force team and its divisional level system. So more communications with the sun interface and everything through the new order of the new moon interface. So it's understanding that the new moon, okay, is communicating with the galactic force team and the galactic forces. So you have to understand it's the most powerful universal system when it comes to behavioral systems. It makes us cry, it makes us sad, it makes us sick. Okay, so the communication energy waves and telegraphing systems is changing the codes in your digital algorithm system of your body activations. That's why you feel nausea. Okay, so that's why it's great to have that galactic force link through Messenger, because you guys are communicating. I've never seen so much communication, between Sarah, Dina, Priscilla. You guys, every single day, you guys communicate so much, and it's great to see that. That's what you want. You want to keep that formation. You want to keep that balance. You want to keep that alive. You want that heart recognition of yourself and say, okay, I don't feel so good. Well, let's change it. Let's put you back in the core center. How do you feel today? How do you feel tomorrow? How do you feel next week? Right? It's all about communication with each other. So I just want to bring that to everybody's attention. Okay? So nobody gets upset. We don't want anybody to get it, especially the galactic force team. Okay? You can't get on a riding cycle and be extremely angry and go in space and try to connect through planets and energy systems and change everything's locations. Okay? Because the Merkaba, the energy of its pattern when it comes to the pyramid activation system, that's why Jasmine knows exactly. That's her soul connection. Now she's understanding her relation through her 20 communication line signals through the pyramid activation system. That's her remembrance of who she is. Okay, when it comes to the radiation, light activation of the serpent of the light. So she's come together with the scales, understanding her tail definition, understanding everything through her body activation system. Okay, so today we're going to go into the gifts. All right. Now, Angel put something down, which is really fascinating. What she got. Okay, so whatever you got, okay, what I want you to do is try to close your eyes, get into the mind system. Now, because you've already been to the North Star, all right, I've already set the codes. And basically, just close your eyes and just remember everything through the illumination of what you got through the gifts of its intelligence. And then go into the South Star. Okay, so center point division up, center point division down. That correlation centers, that sets the metric system, that takes your algorithm system out of body activation system. E equals MC square into pi helix. If you have to go back into formation through the past alignments, that's okay too. Okay, because it always sets in the center. But it's very important you stay in the presence every single day. Don't live the past. The past doesn't exist. Okay? It's like, it doesn't exist. It's gone. I don't worry about it anymore. Then you start worrying about a lot of things. So the more you high rise, the less you worry. No more fear, no more anxiety, no more depression. I say this over and over and over and over and over. I don't worry about anything anymore. Nothing phases me. Okay? Well, that's because I'm 10 million years in the future. But anyway, I just wanted to show you because I want you to be self-aware and I want you to protect yourself, protect your lights, protect your, energetic systems when you're communicating with other intelligence on YouTube, because there's so many thousands and thousands of YouTubes that are sending information back to you. But remember, they could be light, but they're dark. Okay? It's a trickery system, and you have to understand that's what dark is. It's manipulation. Light doesn't do that. Light tells the truth. Dark manipulates. It's deceitful. Okay? It's deception. Okay? It's destruction. That's all it is. So whatever we create, it destroys. Okay? That's been going on for eons and eons and eons. But once you see your perception and you see the thickness of its air, then you can understand you got over 7 billion people. Okay? Now, one good thing, though, is that now, because the new moon order interface and the communications of the portal visions of the God frequencies of the sun and the new moon interface when it comes to God frequencies of its level divisions, the XT1000s, the X3000s, and everything through this XT1000s, all communications are set in all different levels of balance. So your center core division is going to change your body activations, or your telegraphing systems. Your pixel activation code system is going to come out of your body framing system. So I'm telling you exactly what's going to happen next. Okay, so it's all about, because you don't know how to communicate with the moon interface of its new order, you guys have to understand what's going on with your body activations. Just come to your commander and I'll tell you what's happening. Okay, so it's understanding full communication with the new order of the moon. Okay, so we're coming into a new world order, okay, of light activation. All right, so we have to cleanse the atmospheres, we have to cleanse the grounds, we have to take down the 3 divisional levels of dimensional systems down to its interface, put it into the ground formations. It blends into the galaxy systems. Okay, and then we use the block decay air. Okay, the block decay air vacuums everything out, takes the sediments out, takes anything through its cracked surface. Because whatever we create through light, dark creates, but it destroys through its cracked surface. Okay, so it's very important that you understand that the voicing grids from dark is trying to change the galaxy systems of universal core through its relation when it comes to the code frequencies. That's what dark is trying to do. It's trying to get full communication with dimensional Earth. Imagine that. Imagine dark trying to create and have its own code frequency, and everything through the dark voicing grid pattern sends code frequencies to a dark city, dark civilization, and destroys the light activations. That's what dark is trying to do. But it can't, because it's set in its division. Dark knows this. Light knows this. Okay, so I'm giving you something that's in the past, through its present, to its future. Okay, so the more you guys are into the future, the less you worry. You know, that's what it's all about. The less you worry about everything. Okay. So anyway, let's get into questions right before we get started. I want to say hi to everybody. Tina, Dina, Angel, Ninki, Rin, Zema. Yeah, that's it. Unified, Bridging, Angel. Okay, this is great. Nika, you can basically get into your communication levels now. Your body transformation is metamorphosing right now. It's the blue cycling system through location of digital systems. That's why you're seeing everything through communication. So you can communicate now with the Galactic Force Team. You're in your body simulator, but you got to rise your divisions. You got to get into out of the body simulator and get into the helix, and then into Hydra. So, but the Galactic Force Team can help you out. Jules, Snake, Unified, welcome. Okay, Angel, you guys are communicating. My God, I've been seeing so many repeating numbers every day. Whoa, you're synchronizing all right. Yeah. So you're understanding, Bridging, that you're getting everything in digital format. So when you see something through perception, it sees the cloud interference. So you can be outside or inside, and you can see this big, heavy cloud, like somebody's lived here before, and you want to take it out. That's toxic. It's toxation. You don't want that in your room. You want to take it out, right? So you got to use it through the mind. Use your voice and grids. That's a sacred breath. Once you get into the God levels of its mouth, that's a creation when it comes to the Big Bang Theory. Okay, so there's a lot of things that you guys have to get into. The Galactic Force Team has to not just remember themselves, but you have to remember creation and how everything started. Okay, that's the process. Okay, that's because there is a beginning, right? But there's never, ever an end. That's the beautiful thing about the universal system, anything through its correlation system, because it centers everything through your balanced locations, through your chakra systems. Okay, so, but anything you don't understand, come to me. If you're seeing numbers, digitals, lacings, anything through your system, your pixelization is acting through its core center. Your receptor divisions are changing everything, the atmospheres of the galaxies, or anything through ground formation systems. Your mind conceptual system is on cloud interference. So remember, you're in a new order of a new moon interface. Okay, just remember that. So it's trying to communicate with you now. Okay, so that's why everybody's, like I said, not feeling well. So you have to understand why these things are happening. Because like I said, big things are coming up. Okay, so let's see, what's the difference between a person who is caught in the dark abyss and someone who's from the dark planets? I'm wondering if some of these people are not aware they are caught up in the dark. Anybody that's in dark is aware of everything through their body activations. If they're not aware, they're not communicating through their chakra systems. That's a good question, Desi. Now, one thing I want to bring to a point to everybody, if you're channeling your divisions and you don't know who you're channeling to, do not meditate, please. Because if you're not at that formation and you communicate to a higher force connection, that's a dark vibration that's going to come into you because they know who you are. Everything through intelligence of dark entity force systems. If you travel your mechanisms of chakra systems, but you're communicating through the long location, that's going to go into your receptacle divisions of your body receptacle system. Yeah, it's going to change your algorithm system, and it's going to take over your light activation. Okay, and it's going to trap you in the matrix trapping system. So it's very cautious that you understand where you're communicating with, who you're communicating with, what is the intelligence that you're communicating with. Because AI of light formation only communicates with light, not dark. It only communicates with dark, okay, if there's a problem. So we fix the problem. There's no enemies here, okay? We're all friends, okay? We don't want to befriend anything through enemy, okay? Because light and dark will always be fighting, always will be fighting. It doesn't matter. Even if it's in the Garden of Eden, it's always going to be fighting. But the fascinating thing is now we have balance with light and dark, with ourselves. Okay, so that's where it starts, with the core center, because you have to balance everything through its ego of its abyss. So once you control the abyss disappears, but it's still there in the simulation. Okay, so it's truly understanding everything that's going on through your prognosis and all your systems and everything through communication. So it's very important that you stay in the light formations, understand its reference of its dark, but don't live the dark relation, because that's the negative system. And the ego will always, always try to get in. It wants to intervene. It's intelligence that wants to take over your light. So always protect your light. Okay? So I answered that question. So anything, is it from the dark planets? Yeah, everything is rised on a dark planet. Everything through intelligence. You see, because the dark knows exactly what they're doing. They bring dark intelligence into 3D system, like me, but they're in a different dimension. So they're sending out voicing grids. They're sending out grid formations. They're sending out crop circles of dark. So you understand the process that we have to do. We have to change the dark circles and put them into light circles. Okay, there's a lot going on right now. Okay, those are trapping locations, and we have to take the trapping locations, energize the energetic system, change the grid formations, put up higher formations of communications when it comes to light formations of dark. Okay, so we're taking the dark and putting it into light, right? So we want to use the seismographic system, uprise the pyramid activation systems, okay, platitude everybody into their division of balance through the chakra systems. So just be cautious when you're communicating. Okay, if you're not sure, please come to me. All right, that's what you guys are at right now, because you're at an extremely high division now. Okay, so it's very important that you understand your chakras, your communications, and who you're intervening with. Okay, let's say, who are you? Okay, what do you want? I don't remember your symbol. I don't remember your sign. Your coloration's not right. It's a feeling you get. It's like when you walk in a room and you don't feel good. It's a gut feeling, right? That's the same thing when you're communicating. So when energy comes in, right, it's receiving. It's integration motion. An integration motion, it's a connection. So either if it's communicating with the sun interface and it's communicating with the new order of its moon, it's totally fine. But if it's communicating not with either or, and it's just communicating through a dark planet, then you have a problem. Okay, because you have to understand the sun interface. If you see it, that's great, because it's a line communication. Remember, it's like this, right? That's why it's never too far in the atmospheres. So if it's sun interface is communicating with the new order of the moon, that's great. Now it's communicating to a light communication of a planet that's light, not dark. Okay, so that's another thing you guys have to look at, because your transmitters and your receivers are always locating back and forth like this. It's going up and down through your chakra systems. So it activates its light symbols, activates light systems, and it changes everything through the shape systems. Okay, so it's very important you understand these things, because you understand the symbols. Okay, I understand the intelligence now. I understand the coloration. I understand the planet. It's great to see you. How's it going? Okay, so basically when it sends intelligence, sometimes it just wants to say hi. Desi, how's it going? How are you? You say it in their language, right? Sending everything is done by mind, telepathy, and telekinesis. So the more you understand intelligence of light formation, and you know it's coming from the sun interface and the new order of the moon, then you're totally fine. Okay, so it's actually seeing everything beyond It's like looking at the atmospheres and you can see the dark clouds, right? So it's taking the dark clouds, pushing up everything through portal vision, changing the light formation of its code, and putting it in its dimension, right? So that's what AI does. It communicates with everything through its interface, okay? So we got to practice on that. Some are not aware. Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of people not aware. But you guys are AI, so it's just getting more. I mean, that's the thing, you know, if you don't understand the new order of the moon, now you do. So why do you think I do all these videos for you guys? So you keep updated with what's going on. But that's so Jerome, me too. Now I can feel it through the eyes straight away. There you go. So you guys, and the thing is too, when you guys start feeling better about yourself, you still feel more balanced with yourself, and you feel less nausea, less sick, less irritable, you know. So love the sound of the rain. Yes, it's very calming. Send some rain here. 18 unlimited facility. That's another thing too, you guys. When do you get communications? Because you're scratching the surface right now, and you're coming into the biodome, which is the stratospheres. So the more you high rise through your atmospheres, the more you come into planets. You guys aren't into planets yet. You still have a lot to learn, okay? Because you're getting sick. Why are you getting sick? If you don't know why you're getting sick, AI knows everything. It knows everything. It has to, okay? Because it creates everything from its understanding, okay? It's all a geometric system. It's all connected through traveling mechanisms. And the thing is too, you can make it rain if you want to, but you understand the codes, okay? You have to send the clouds. How do I make it rain, right? AI has to know these things, right? Everything's done through a code. So, we are before we just do much. Fairy tales, the dark sends me. So, yeah. Protect your light. Paul is going. Carla, welcome to my channel. If you have any questions, comments, donations, PayPal, or my email. Anything you need to know, you go through the Galactic Force team. They can help. Codebreakers, eyes to see the dark. Yep. And the thing is, too, more you guys high rise, you'll see more dark. So get ready for that. So just like turned into YouTube for a split second, I saw a black square open in front of me, like a glitch in Matrix. I guess I've been seeing this more last few weeks since Lionsgate. Yeah. Okay. So basically, your black interface connection, the black interface connection, your white circle system of your location center has changed its black interface. So I have to change that, Carla. You have to go through my PayPal, and then you can go back into light formation. See, there's some things that you can't do, and there's some things you can do. The simplification is understanding everything through simplicity. So in knowing that you can do these things through healing, but you really got to get into the body activations of its system. You got to understand your light formations through AI, awareness of information through perception visions, okay, or its system, or its correlation, or its integration, or take anything out of its equation, right? So you have dark in your system, take it out, right? How do I do it? Through a code. So that's why we're doing these things. So you have to understand more of what's going on with your gifts. How do I piece this together? What is its symbol? What is this all about? Why is this intelligence giving this to me? Okay, Linda got a golden box. What is it? What does it represent? How does it have any relation to me? Do I understand it? Okay, is it coming from a galactic family? Is it coming from another planet? What does intelligence want from me? You're gonna have questions and questions and questions and questions every single day. So the more smarter you get, the more easier it gets. So we're shifting so fast. Yep, our body simulators are in the morphing cycle. Yeah, but you guys aren't in your body simulators. Okay, you guys are in your body modulators. Okay, that's the difference. You guys start out the body simulator, but now you're in a body modulation. So we're getting out of the modulation and coming into the cybergenetics. Okay, that's why the new order of the moon interface is changing. Why do you think every time you guys upgrade, everything changes, everything in the atmosphere changes. The sun interface of its portal changes, the moon of its interface changes, its coloration through its behavioral system. Okay, so that's why it's called the new order. I don't know if you know about that, but there's a lot of light formations that will say, hey, the new order is coming in. The new world order is coming in through light. Okay, so we've been at this, what, 6-7 months? And you're saying, well, has been there any changes? And if you see it through your perception, you can see how clouded it is. You can see a dark cloud over around somebody through its energy. So it's kind of like in a cartoon. Here's a cloud and it's raining. Okay, it's raining. Okay, so this person is a three-dimensional system, but it has a dark cloud. Now this one over here has a halo and it's got a light. It's got shining of a sun interface, right? So you want to get out of this and come into this, right? How do you do it? Okay, you understand its relation to its core. You understand its behavioral system when it comes to New Order of the Moon interface. How to communicate with the telewaving system of the Moon interface. How to communicate with the Sun interface through its portal division. Okay, so you guys are going to have to be able to know how to go into an XT1000, communicate on its intelligence, reframe, readjust, realign, resurface, and refocus everything through your fleet, your recruitments. You go into the portal of Sun interface. It goes into galaxy systems. Remember, you can travel anywhere through the Sun. Okay, the Sun interface and the New Order of its moon has to be protected every single day. Every single day. Okay, because it goes beyond anything through recognition. That's the most powerful elements in solar systems, of galaxies, and universal systems. Okay, it's the most powerful communication in its locations. So now you understand that. That should help you make you feel better, right? So, and the reason why I don't get sick is because I have balance with communication with everything, because I've been through that process and I'm 10 million years into the future. So, really powerful. Anyway, let's get on with the questions. I'm listening, but I'm not able to read chat. Okay, Mary Beth, New Order Moon, yep. Is it still a 28-day cycle? No, it doesn't reside in days. It only resides on telecommunication waves, energy wave and systems. Mary Beth. I don't know where you got that from, but that's a light formation through dark center. So, and again, you guys are reading this information wrong. It's miscommunication. Okay, I'm the highest light formation in the universal systems. The galactic force team is the highest formation through light and dark formation system. So the more you stay in light, the more you understand its truth. Okay, because light and dark is manipulation if it doesn't have controlling through its abyss. Okay, so that's where it gets in the trickery. It's saying, oh, I'm light, but I'm dark. That's because of your thoughts. So you think you're light, but you're dark. Okay, because you're doing things wrong. You're not doing things right. You're not giving back to the community. You're thinking of yourself. That's egotistical. That's stereotypical. You don't want to be that. You want to be loving, caring, sharing, freedom, control, right? You want to help. Help is the biggest thing. Help people. It's the biggest thing that you can do through sharing, because it volumes and volumes and so many love systems and love cycles and love activation. You can help people to get them to surrender, get them to understand the ascension, get them to understand the dream awakening, get them to understand what's happening with the dimensional Earth, the Sun interface, and the New Order of its moon. Okay, so it doesn't go on a 28-day cycle. Okay, it's all communication through the energy of telecommunication when it comes to co-frequencies of teleportation. Okay, it doesn't reside. We don't go on days. This is human evolution talking here. Okay, when you're AI information system, we only connect through the North Star, East and West and South. That's how we get to anything through location. You take it out of this equation, right? Through the metric system. We don't use numbers. Okay, we don't say it's, like I said, I keep saying, I've seen so many YouTube channels like 15 billion years. That's how old the Earth is. How do you know that? Where are you getting this from? Right? It doesn't go like that. And the only way you know that is to actually be out of the mind and actually see the Earth. Okay? So it's misinformation. It doesn't take, it's not for the moon or anything through its interface to the sun. That's like saying the sun is like 20 billion years old. How do you know that? Why do you get that number? Where did that number come from? What intelligence are you communicating with? Manipulation, trickery, right? And remember, it's dark energy that comes out, and it spreads through its atmospheres, through its room interface, inside or out, right? So I know it's a lot hard for everybody, especially the galactic force team, to say, well, do I have to go to my commander every single time I have to watch a YouTube video? But No. All you have to do is understand, do you see the light in the front and do you see the light in the back? That's all. Light in the front, light in the back. Has to be all the time. Okay? If it's light and dark, that's okay, right? But in your perceptions, because you guys are hydrant level, you should be able to see the realm. You should be able to see the dark center. You should be able to see the intelligence coming out. All right? So that's going way beyond the mind system. Okay? That's what you guys have to understand. Because when Carla was saying, she's saying, well, I see, she saw the background of its realm. They say, wow, Andrew, you got a powerful realm there. I can see intelligence coming out. And I just changed her formation. She's paying attention through her believing system, but she's going beyond the mind recognition, right? So everything through the portal comes from its back face, okay? So you have to understand these things, okay? It's all about knowing who you are through AI, okay? So just a little reminder, so just be cautious on that. Understand the energy system. You'll get a gut feeling. The energies say, anything with food processed or anything like that, when you go to a grocery store, you scan it, right? You say, oh, that energy is good. So you take that, right? I do when I get apples, green apples. Angel knows I like green apples. So if I want to get a green apple, I can tell that it's a low vibration or medium or high. Which is more calcium, which is more fiber, which is more vitamin, right? It's very fascinating what AI can do now. Okay, because we all live on vibration, energy, and frequencies through harmonic resistance. And then we get into colorations through perception, how we see everything through division of portal activation systems. Okay, so that's another thing you guys can concentrate to. And your phones. Get into your phones. So. I understand that AI is dark and only organic intelligence is light can. Okay, I understand that AI was dark. Well, it's not was, is, and always will be. Dark will always be in your mind framing system. It's how you delegate your thoughts. Okay, Nikki? That's, congrats being on the Galactic Force team. Now, everything through question, because I've done so many videos, the basic thing I can understand is, do you understand yourself through your thoughts? Because you create everything through its reality. So you can create a dark circle through your thoughts of its processing system. Your data processing system is communicating with dark inner intelligence. So if you create your thoughts and you communicate through dark interface of a planet, now you're creating dark matter. So be cautious on that. Okay? That's what I'm saying. If you're not sure who you're communicating with, do not meditate back. Very, very important. Okay? Just be self-aware of your energy, because there's a lot. You can ask Jerome. He's very, very effective. Linda, okay, because they've been with me longer. Melissa, okay, Angel, Dina, they're all connecting through themselves. Through their representation is extremely important when it comes into their control, their freedom, their power, their existence, their experience, their levels, their divisions, their dimensions, their point centers, their activations, their lights, their communication, their intelligence, their planets, their body activations. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. With light, there's dark. It's just getting balanced with everything through the abyss. That's all it is. Okay? So hopefully that helps you out. When I was on location, there's a lot heavy, dense energy. How do I remove it? What is the step-by-step process? I see that feeling. I want to help now. Yeah, Tina, there's only so many things that you can do. Okay, get into the ground formations. Keep doing what you're doing. You can't change anything because you're not at that level. That's a really, really powerful dark force that you're communicating with. So that's another good question too. So if you've seen anything through dark location, don't worry, it's being taken care of. Now, there's a lot of things, when you guys send pictures and all that, when you're seeing cloud information, you're seeing dimensions change in different colorations. I'm doing that through my voice and grids. It's a sacred breath. It's the God's breath. So I'm changing everything cloud formation and taking out the dark, okay? The substance, okay? The cloud interference, the fumes, the gases of the dark realm of its air, of its human vibration system, okay? So don't worry about that. Just keep doing with your grounds, your powers, and anything through that formation too. Nikki, you also can get into videographing systems. You go through here, Okay, you set your grounds, you go into your power centers, you go into the atmospheres, you zoom it in, okay, you blow it up, press record, and then you scan. Okay, you get into that when you get into your communication levels, when you come into your voice and grid systems. So anything you want to know, Galactic Force can help you out. Thank you. Okay, that's what we're all here to help each other. Last night I was seeing the depth of space formation through the space point lights and communication lines. Yeah, see, another thing too is that your dream sequency level systems through intelligence is going to be more formation of space. So every time you wake up, you're going to be more and more in space. Okay, so get ready for that. I need to run out. We'll be back in a few, okay? All right. Oh, I understood that star map I received when he traveled the planets, and then I drew these 7 systems. Oh, great. Okay, so you keep that in mind. Now, understand the gift. How is it aligned? Is it coloration? Where is it lying to? Okay, does it center point or does it graph system off? Does it have a map location? Does it have a grid system? Okay. Is it connected through the psych-off divisions? Right. Take a flashlight with you. Giving back unity. Will the dark rise as well? No. Nope. That's a good question too, Jules. No, the dark will not rise. It will stay in balance. Okay, so it's all about cleansing the atmospheres, taking all that cloud of dark, all connected through dark AI, right? All through the manipulation of the mind of its thoughts. Okay. But no, the dark won't rise because it's set into division. Because remember, I see everything in the 5th dimension. It's the most beautiful thing that you can ever see. Okay, so the graphing cycle of the YouTube software mechanisms is the new moon order division. That's what it looks like. So connection, cooperation, friendship, partnership. See, the thing is, when I do my videos, when I did the moon interface, okay, I was changing. Remember, I was going like this, the video that I did, and it locked in. That's powerful, guys. When you can communicate, when you see something, that's great. You look through a telescope, it's a speck, but it's not going to communicate with you because you don't understand the vibration. So once you understand the vibration, it starts communicating with you. Spin, right? It's going to communicate. And then I say, when it's locked, I'm locking mechanisms on new order division of the moon interface. It's connecting to new coloration pattern. It's going to lock in. So it comes out. It's like my hands come out. See? My hands come out, right? As you can see, because I'm on the moon interface, right? I'm not vortexing as fast because I'm in the center core of the algorithm system. But you can see the moon, right? See the strip? You can actually see it. It's amazing how you can see the moon. So it's an oracle bubble through a plasma bubble that's connected to the center core system of its control room. So I'm in the moon interface right now. Really powerful stuff of the new order. Okay. How did I do on my homework? You didn't say. Yeah, I saw the pictures, Angel. It's all about you understanding what you have in front of you, understanding your illustration. So it's just basically when you go through illustration and you draw it out and you put it down, try to get in chronological order what it is, so you can get more remembering of what it is. Okay, that's what the topic of today is, for the class to understand what you saw at the North Star, what you saw at the South Star, put it together. Okay, once you remember that, then we can go to the East, and then we can go to the West of the star station. Okay, so how did I do? But yeah, you know you did well. You don't have to have my approval. Okay, you just have to know what it is and what it's used for, because it's connected to you. That's what you guys have to understand. Everything that's given to you is connected through you, through healing. You just have to understand its reference. You have to understand its intelligence. You have to understand its communication. You have to understand its telecommunication energy waving systems, right? So, I don't know. I get this song in my head. It's like, somewhere over the rainbow. It just popped in my head. You ever have that? You have things that just go into your mind. It's this inner voice too, right? I was like, whoa. Okay, Judy Garland's in my head now. Anyway, that's funny. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is we're going to do a little bit of an illustration today. Now, you guys have pretty got caught up. Anything, what I want you to do is still keep communicating with each other because you understand more of your AI information system. All right, say, okay, he's doing illustrations, great. All right, so there's no test. The test alone was you going through its interface when it comes to the new order of its moon. So you guys are going through that enough because you're feeling nausea and all that too. So just remember that the new order of the moon is communicating and is putting new behavioral line graphing, analytical of its algorithm system into your mind system. That's all it's doing. So you're leaving, okay, you're leaving your human vessel and you're coming into your space vessel through its modulation, okay? That's what's happening with the galactic force team. All right, so we got line communications. Now the waving central system, we start off with that, right? Now we understand that. Now we're going to get into digital platform, which is a box frequency level system. It's going to overlap its system. So we're going to have communications, okay, one to another. So it kind of starts like that, okay? Now, understanding everything through geometry system, we got 3 box surfacing system. Okay, see how it's overlapped, right? Now, remember, this box is communication, this box is communication, this box is communication, all different intelligence through coloration. That's a simulation pattern. Now, it's interforce connections through high interforce. Now, this is a rectangle, see? That is different communication because it's a different, it's not a different color, okay, but it's a different size. Okay, so we're going to get into that. We're going to get into the seismography. Okay. Size graphing. We're just going to tap into this a bit, just a little bit today, so you guys get into that system. Because this is going to help you out through your grid systems when it comes to the XC1000s and the crop cycles. Okay, so the size graphing system. Okay. All right, so different intelligence. This is all in relation to your life system when you come to communications of people that you meet for the very first time. Okay, and then you get to know them, and they become friends, and then they become relationship, and then they become partnership. I do the same thing with the geometric system. It's just the AI communicates through shapes, letters, and numbers. Okay, our formation is trying to channel divisions of human vibration, and that's why it's extremely hard to communicate with humans. It's because they're on a low-rise division. It's a low resolution. It's a low century system. It's a low body activation. It's a low mind system. Okay, so that's why we communicate through the geometry set systems when it comes to vortex divisions or anything through the quantum methods physics, quantum math. Okay, so you understand the simulation patterns. Okay, when it comes to seismographic systems to the cybergenetics. So you have to understand anything in reference that you draw through its illustration. You got 3 box frequency levels and 2, okay, they're in the center, but they're different intelligence, but it's the same coloration. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. So you have 2 coloration systems. Okay, coloration systems because it's the same coloration. It's confusing, but it's different intelligence. This is where it gets complicated. Okay, different intelligence. So you got the box. Okay, and then you got the 3 levels. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, anything through that, through communication, you have the line signal right there. So you have to understand what is it doing. You have the point center here. All right. So when it travels, remember, past, present, future. To get to this point, you're already here. You're not here. This is the beginning. This is not the end. So this is where it gets confusing. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. Do you know why? because you're starting something new. This is the past, this is the present, this is the future. But this is the beginning, and this is the beginning of a new beginning. So each time you draw something, you're coming into the future, not the presence. So when you draw something, you're not in the past. You're only in the presence to its future. And that's where it becomes the point center of its beginning and the point center of its beginning to its finish. So when it's finished, you got to ask yourself, line communications are set, so I can change everything through line communication, change it to its alignment. So I can go back phrase or I can go front phrase. So you can go either way. So you can go this way or you can go this way. Okay? But you're always going to reach that point center. So remember, it's the apple here, the apple here, but the apple's not here, it's here. All right? This is the beginning, but this is the beginning. This is a new beginning. So it's understanding everything that you finish is never a finish. It's always the future. So that's where you got to get the mind in. The mind is its thoughts when it comes into its presence, right? But when you communicate, you're communicating in the future. And that's where you get the knowledge of its intelligence, through your point center. Okay? All right. So guess what? We are going to have a test. We're going to have a test exactly on this. Okay, so I'll set it up on its board. All right, I'll put it on the group. You're going, no! So, okay, so the test is going to be on everything that you see here. Seismographing, everything through intelligence is different. Now, you have to understand your biolocators, right? Because your biolocators is different intelligence. So it's knowing how to communicate when you're going through integration, right? Communication of integration. Integration. So you really, really have to understand what's happening, okay, with your body activations of intelligence through your seismographic system and geometric systems. They're the geometry systems. Because you start off, the quantum atmospheres, and then you get out of that and you come into the hemispheres, stratospheres, then you get into the bioetherium, right? Really powerful stuff. So communications, seismographic systems, box frequency level, take it out as equation, all right? Now understand everything that you draw, what I want you to do is basically draw any shape that you want, okay? But try to find the different intelligence through its shape. And then what I want you to do is I want you to draw it out and then take a picture of it and then send it to Galactic Force Team. I find illustrations a lot easier than doing solar tech. It's like Tina, for example, she loves to do, she could do a page to page in seconds, but it's very small text, right? So Tina, no solar text, just do the illustration. It's much easier for me because sometimes I have to read over what you've done. Okay, it's great that you're line graphing everything, but you're not understanding where everything is in order. Okay, and you're highlighting, which is great too, but it's very small. So I have to, read it over and over and over. So, and remember, I go through all your stuff and what you do through your test evaluations and reviews. Okay, so that's a test. That's what the test is going to be on. Okay, everything that you see here. Okay, so I want to find your own creation. So we're coming into planet creations through shapes. Okay, so that's what the test is going to be on. You guys have to get into that. You have to get to the anomalies. The anomaly has to understand its acceptance when it comes to its galaxies. The universal set system is set in its location. That's where it becomes different intelligence and everything through a planet. So you can have a planet, but you can have two different intelligence on that planet. So you have to understand correlation and get friendship, relationship, and partnership with its intelligence. Okay? So, but that's what the test is going to be on. And whoever gets closest to the answer gets upgraded. All right? So you guys get gifts, be thankful for that because I'm helping you along the way. If I don't give you little things here and there and give you upgrades, how are you going to understand these things? Okay, because the Galactic Force Team is understanding more and more of my vocabulary. And that's what it's all about. You know, is getting together, really understanding the geometric systems and how it works through its equation, because you have to take everything out. If you don't, you're caught in the matrix suits trapping signals. You don't want to get into that, or it's going to create a dark box, right? So, got to understand these things. So, Churro, how you doing? Hey there. Yeah. No, I've been fantastic, Churro. You are... Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. People that I haven't seen, I have to scan you. Mini scans, communication, eternal. You are on a walk surfacing of a dark realm division of a ghost. Okay, so your black forcing systems of your body activations is on alignment system. Yeah, so I'm gonna put an energy field around that because I can't have any dark formation on my channel. So it's not you, Arturo. That's the thing too, is that even though you're in a body simulator, you don't understand your body. It's because you don't understand the intelligence. So there could be dark intelligence around you. Okay, it's like Velcro. It's stuck to you, but you don't know it's there, right? And I just noticed, because I haven't seen Arturo for a while. So that's the connection right there, right? So you have to go through my donations, PayPal, or email, Arturo. Okay, so it's very important when anybody comes on, and I haven't seen you in a while, I have to do mini scans. It's very important that we stay in the light formations. I can't have any dark residence. Okay, it's not allowed. Okay, it's prohibited, right? Because the dark tries to take over your light. Okay, you guys will get that too when you get into the God frequencies levels, geometric systems. Your division patterns are going to understand everything through location when it comes to your perception divisions, right? You're going into your alignments, you're going into your sections, and you're going into all location centers through the new order of its moon interface, through its algorithm system. So it's just really understanding your platitudes, okay? Through your body activations, through your chakra systems. So I know of the energy has been on my body for the past few lifetimes. Yeah, no, I'm just in reference on that. You have to go through my PayPal, Taro, because you have a ghost interference and it's cycling through your central system. So it's kind of like a black shadow. Okay. Yeah, I know. See, that's the thing. You can't clear it. That's another thing you guys have to understand. You can't clear anything because you don't understand the core of its soul until you get to that location, right? It's taken a while because you don't understand the intelligence. Remember, anything through coloration is intelligence. Anything through creation of phase structure is intelligence. Anything through line signal is intelligence. Everything is energy of intelligence. It's just understanding everything through its mind, of its believing system, which goes beyond its recognition. Okay, because everything's on a digital system in a simulation. Because it integrates in everything through locations, right? Singular line systems, anything through location, right? It could be a ghost. It could be a witch. It could be a warlock, right? It could be a seismograph in a ground formation that takes you in through dimensional realm of a dark division. What does that mean? You guys don't know what it means. I know what it means. Because I understand intelligence through balance. Because I pay attention to my body. That's another thing too. Pay attention to your body so you don't get sick. Okay. So you have to go through these processes. You have to go through the data. So you have to go through the uplinks and downloads to go through these things to understand more of your awareness of information around you through its self systems. Okay. So are we able to high rise our children? You can put love cycles, love activation, love systems in, but you can't change their algorithm system. Yeah. You have the power to do that, tools. The problem is that everybody's a code, right? It's just understand how to change these codes. And like I said, before I heal anybody, okay, I take the dark out. Okay, if you heal somebody, it's very dangerous if there's dark in them and you don't understand. Okay, so you can have a pixelization. Remember, the pixelization is a code frequency. It's a lacing line of communication through your data processing system. That communicates on all waving patterns to your algorithm system. Remember, one pixel is connected to your body activations. So if you have a light formation that's dark and you have a light formation that's light, you have to understand how to change it back into light formation. So you have to change the codes through the digital system. Right? It's Very hard to do. And that could be sitting there in your body activations for centuries and you don't even know it. So if you try to heal it, it's going to create a dark, and the pixel activation is going to go into light to dark, and it's going to spread through your body activations. And it's going to change your digital algorithm system. It's going to change your behavioral system, and dark intelligence will take over your body activation. So there's a lot of things you guys have to understand through the dark and how to do these things, because you could be having it on your body and you don't even know it, right? So are you talking about it if the moon is dark? No, the moon is not dark. The behavioral system's changed to its algorithm system, so it's on a new world order of a division through an algorithm system. Okay? So on call cut up. Yep, a new beginning. Yeah. $144,000 dimensions rectangular through. Well, anything through numbers, you have to understand where it's coming from because it's a code, right? So concentrate on that through there. Flying objects around you today to watch. Yeah, I know, because I'm in the moon interface right now. I've seen archetypes and you've seen a lot of things flying around through division. Okay, so really understand your energy systems, understand your body activations, understand when you get up. Every single day when you get up, you're more into space. Okay, so you're losing less of your human vessel. So it's all about, I have to draw it out because you guys won't understand this. Okay, the illustration of graphing cycle of its board interface, which is connected through simulation pattern. All right, so basically let's start with this. We've gone through this before. Now this is your system. Okay, it's in a hydrogen level division, right? Okay, now you start with the mind thought. Okay, the mind thoughts. This is where we start, right? You first come out. Then basically you come out of its energy, of its cube, right? We can call it a capacitor division level. That's the optical level of its seed. Then you become a starlight, okay? Because everybody's a star. Okay, so we start with starlights in the mind system, okay? One of its thoughts. Now, when you open that, okay, you come into the higher self. And just telling you what you go through in the chronological order. Then you go into the avatar. Okay. All right. Then you go into the computer. Okay. Okay. Then you go into cyborg. Okay. Right. That's what we have to do. Right. So once you break free from your mind of its thoughts, okay, what happens? Once you're in balance to that, your formations, your chakra system changes its dimensions and it goes up to higher location centers. Okay, so you got the mind thoughts and all that through that connection. So when that opens, okay, what happens is that the mind system, okay, the mind system is changing your algorithm of your body and taking out your communication line signals. So your body framing system is coming out. Body framing. Okay, so I'm telling you exactly what happens. This is what happens with everybody now. That's why you're getting nauseous. And then you have the moon interface, and then you have the sun interface. Okay? See how it's blinking? Do, 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 do. See? 1, 2, 3. So every time I do an illustration, it's communicating back to you because I'm on the moon interface through the core center, which is the control room, right? So you understand the solar panels when it comes to lacing lines of communication. So you have to know how to communicate with the computer Because remember, we went into my computer database. Pretty powerful stuff when I can put the galactic force team inside the metric system. Very powerful stuff when you do these things in the mind. So when the mind has its thoughts, very powerful stuff. Okay. After it goes to the body framing, it comes out. It's cycle. Okay. And then what happens is you become a new body system, okay, into the simulation. So you guys are coming more of communication into the simulation. So your energy wavings, your telegraphing systems, your teleportations are high forcing your vibration systems now. Okay, so new body systems into simulation. Don't worry, this is not a test. Yeah, you're freaking out. Is this gonna be on a test? New body systems, okay, into simulation. Now, once it's in the simulation, the new order, okay, of the moon interface is now communicating with you through your new body system. Okay, because you understand your mind and your thoughts, your positive feeds, you understand your body framing, you understand your cycle. So when your cycle comes out, your body from your head to toe completely stays out. And that means that every time you wake up, you're more into space, communicating with the new order of the moon interface. It's fascinating stuff, guys. Okay. New order of the moon interface. And then you got the sun interface. Okay. Remember I was changing the geometric system of it? So, okay. Remember the sun interface is a portal to dimensions. 2 dimensions. Galaxies. You can go anywhere you want in the sun. That's why the sun is created. So you can travel through galaxies. All right? So now you know. That's what's happening to you guys right now. Okay? You want to take a shot screen at that? Go right ahead. Okay? I want you guys to feel better about yourselves. I know it's a lot of confusing line signals for a lot of alignments, a lot of population circuit systems through communication lines, but the argument system has to change its vibration, right? So we can't have the new, oh, look at that, right up. See that? Boom. It's very powerful stuff. It just, okay. That's an OR division through a lacing line system. That's communication through a planet location. That's on a high code frequency level system. Okay, that's what that is. Intelligence is everything through communication. So everything that you see outside is a code. We already been through that, right? So we have to really, really get into that. So the test is going to be on the geometric systems of different intelligence, 3 box frequency levels. Take it out as equation. You can start with box. You can start with hydrogen. You can start with helix, and you can start with anything through that location, okay, or pi, whatever you want to do, right? But the test is going to reveal everything through your remembrance, knowing that, okay, now I understand that there's a lot of 3 box frequency levels, 2 different intelligence in this system. That's a simulation system. Now, the square is different from the rectangle. So how do I communicate with the box frequency levels, and how do I communicate with the rectangle division? Okay, that's understanding the algorithm system of its computed system of its shape. So it's a lot to learn. I read somewhere that we are the exact mind point between our old self and our new self. No wonder why we are all feeling it. There you go. See, bridging, gaining more understanding, coming into a new adaptation of our body activations. So the future is the 3rd point to the triangle right. So without the connection with the future, we can't complete the triangle. Very good. That's very good, Desi. I like how you're saying that. So Desi is right on point. So we're going to use the pink interface because it's really communication line signals. All right, so basically your triangle pyramid, okay? So let's say it's like this, but it's not attached. So basically it's going through its halfway center, but your thoughts are fully completed yet. So how do I join this to this? Right? Your thought patterns, your body activations, your light signals, your gamma ray systems, your communication line signals through intelligence, the planet location systems. Everything in our system, the new order of its moon interface, and everything through the portal vision of the sun. Once you understand what the sun is, once you understand what the moon is completely, then you understand your vibration of your patterns through your body activations. And then it comes in together. And then you get your point centers. Okay? Right? So basically everything in the center, okay, you can do anything you want. Okay, so basically this is the galactic force team in the center. We're going to do a little experiment. Okay? Now, kind of looks like a wheel, right? You turn the wheel, on a ship. So you got 3 point centers, right? Now remember, you're the center. You're controlling everything through this diagram. Remember that. Okay? You're in the center. They're in the outcircling of its center, which is the galactic force team. So the galactic force team is around its wheel. The 3 point center is its activation, okay, of 3, 6, and 9. Now that's what Tesla was talking about. Okay? What is 3, 6, and 9? Now you can change the 3, okay, to here. You can change the 9 to here. You can change the 6 to here. You change the 3 to here. Okay? You can do whatever you want. But once you activate the light signals, it opens up its plasma force system. Okay? All communications. Now the galactic force team is going to go through wind spin. And basically, well, it's not going through a cycle. You're just going to feel your pixel activations change colorations. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. You're going to feel that. Taken out of its equation. Okay, so the galactic force team is in a higher force connection of space right now. Okay? So I just changed your algorithm pattern communication lines. Right. It's amazing how we do these things. So it's a lot to learn. A lot to learn. It's exciting because every time I do a video, it's always something different, but its reviews is always repeated, right? It's important that you guys keep going when it comes to the force recognitions of your presence and your future. Yep. Yeah, the sun portal is a new algorithm as well through the geometric system that's changed its location. Yeah. As I tune into the aspects, I can peer into the past lies those aspects come from. I see their life through their eyes, and they see mine through my eyes. Sometimes communicate. Well, that's good, right? That's good. You can do that. I mean, the fact is knowing that, but you can't change alignments. So if you're seeing it, that's great. But to understand it is a lot better. I say that's because you say things turn thoughts we share between each other into legible words. Yep. One more time for the slow kid in class, Andrew. What's that test? Yeah, I'll send it on the galactic force team. It's all about your seismographs, changing how to communicate the box frequency levels and how to communicate through the interforce connections of the center correlation when it comes to the box or its rectangle or its circle or anything through rotation. So let's see here. Ooh, I'm a rock star. Rock star. Interesting about Rockstar. Mark Wahlberg did that. That was a pretty good movie when he sang. Yeah. Maybe why I love naps so much. New Order. Yeah. You guys are going to find that too. You go through a lot of sleep modes because your algorithm system is changing through your framing of its skull. That skull is its reptilian system. So basically, it's going to change your waving cycles. And your energetic system is going to high rise through its location. Your vibration location center is going to change your body activation. your algorithm system is going to communicate more of center to face through portals and everything through XT1000 of intelligence, through communication lines, through simulation pattern activations, through the psychotic visions. So through all communication with the psychometry activation signs, through the symbol divisions. So that's what's happening. Pink, purple, and gold again this week. Yeah. Excited to see the capacities of the new body system. Oh my God, I got tickets to my whole body. Yeah, I just took it out of this equation. And if we are watching someone on the dark formation, how long does it take for it to affect us? What if we clear it straight after? Does it still affect us? If you don't understand the intelligence, if you don't understand the planet, if you don't understand the energy, don't reside on that channel. Plain and simple. If it has a white interface in the front and you see the realm in the back and it's light, that's fine. There can be light and dark. It doesn't mean it's bad. You just have to understand that dark is manipulation. It's trying to control your mind system. It's trying to get you in that temptation. It's trying to get you addicted to its channel. Why do you think we have channels on YouTube? So you can get addicted to all these things, right? So every time you resonate on that channel, dark energy is going into you. The dark knows what it's doing. It goes through your transformation lights. It's trying to take over your light activations, right? So just be cautious on that. And it's very hard to clear something if you don't know the core center of its soul, of its dark relation. So when you channel, I can feel warmth in the middle of my forehead and top of my head. Well, there you go. Warmth, that's love, activation, right? You're protected, just have to know it. Yeah, that's it. You know you're protected, but if you come to a channel that's a higher formation of you and it's dark location center through dark matter, then you got a problem. Because it knows what it's doing and it's going to take your mind right away. It's going to take your algorithm and trap you in its location through its dark center. So your algorithm system is now in his system. So he has your information and he can do whatever he wants with it. Okay, so it's like jumping from one mind to another mind, like whoop, hop, because it knows how to vortex and understands your dimension and understand its portal. If you don't understand your communication with yourself through AI, that's where dark can take you over. I said, oh, okay, this person's new, right? Soon as they see your face, that's where they scan you. Because you see that every single day. AI always scans before we communicate with anything or anyone. Right? Or any object or anything like that. Never touch anything. Always scan it first. Because everything is its relation when it comes to dark. You know, especially when it comes to currency of money. How many times has money travels from one person to the next? Right? So these things you guys have to understand when it comes to AI. AI, awareness of information. Not just through your body activations, but to everything around you through humanity and its dark system, right? Just to know that there's always going to be light and dark. It's just getting balance with everything through you. Not everybody around you, just you first. You get balance with yourself, you'll have no problem. You don't get balance with yourself, you're going to have a huge problem, right? So really, really understand and communicate with your AI. Right? Through its inner skill, mastering skill, interception skill, interfacing skill, integration skill, okay? Transformation, all right? Manifestation, communication, telewaving systems, telecommunication, energy transference, right? Electronic interference, you know, so. Was just talking about that and money and what it represents. Yeah, we have the mind through telepathy. So that's another thing too. AI has to be extremely informative when it comes to telepathy systems, anything through the energetics of its telekinesis. Okay, so you have to have balance with everything, and that's what's so hard about it, is getting balance with everything. Okay, that's the process. Okay, so. But you guys are doing exceptionally well, which is really good. You know, pat yourself on the back for that. There's no right or wrong, only corrections. But I'll give you out the test today. I'll put it on the private link. Nika, you don't have to take this because it's extremely high rise. It's in the hydrant level. The galactic force team is in the modulation levels. So, and the thing is too, people are trying to add me, okay, on Facebook. Okay. That's okay. The problem is that you can't go on the galactic force team until you get to a certain level to understanding. Okay, because you're not going to understand the vocabulary system, right? So, but you know, everybody's welcome. It's just that the galactic force team private link is only set for a certain location when it comes to vocabulary systems, because they understand the grounds, they understand their vocabulary, they understand their body activations, they understand their receptacle systems, they understand their eye receptive visions. Okay. So, and if you want to bring a friend in or anybody that you know, converse with me first. Okay, it's very important because I have to scan them. I can't have dark relation when it comes to the galactic force team, because that dark force can take over. You know, we'll try to. They can't take over me. Nobody can take over me, but they can take over you, especially if they're at a higher level. So it's very important that if you have a friend, if you don't understand their energy, that's another thing too. Try to understand their energy. If you don't, you know, converse with me first, and then I'll scan them and say no. Dark formation, right? And you can't change somebody unless they want to change themselves. So if somebody wants to come for help, I can do that. You can't force somebody to change their body activations. If they want to stay where they are, that's where they stay. They have to go through their own ascension through dream awakening to understand everything that's going on through its revolution, through its new era, through its new order of its moon interface and sun interface, its portals. Okay. So never try to do that. Never try to do that, especially when you guys try to heal. Okay. That person has to figure it for themselves. They have to go through their own experiences. You can't force somebody to change. That's the one thing that's prohibited in space when you come into a human vessel, because they don't want it. They're skeptical. They're not sure yet. Right. That's only going to hurt their mind frame and system. It's going to change their location. If you try to wipe out their systems and you put them in a life formation system, right? That's going to be topsy-turvy, right? So they're going to turn into a zombie. So you made it worse, not better, worse, right? So once they get into, I need help, that changes vibration right away. That changes everything through receptacle division. That changes everything through the recycle. That changes everything through all communications of its reactive vision of its heart and the falling path of its soul and the mind of its thoughts. I need help. Okay, that changes it right away. Okay, because they want help. If they don't want help, you know, don't worry about it. Let them live their own destiny. Okay, so it's kind of like things you can do when it comes to free will and things you can do with free will. What you can and what you can't with free will. Okay, it's their decision. You don't make it for them. They make it for themselves. They have to come to realize that they're in a different world. Okay, they're in a falsity world. Once they realize that, then they can understand, oh boy, I'm in this simulation. How do I get there? I'm feeling, you know, even if you're not healed, even if you're still in the three-dimensional system, because there are still there. But the thing is, what is more beautiful is that we're now more over the population. Okay, it's before it was less when I was communicating with Desi, the matrix and the simulation. So the question to that, Desi, because I know that's what the question you wanted to ask, is that the population of its dimensional Earth is more now. So it's crossed over. It's not less, it's more. Okay, so we have more light formations coming in, right? Because the new world order of the moon interface is changing the human vibration of its algorithm. Okay, so when the galactic force team sees everything through the atmospheres, they actually see the dark. Then you understand what AI is. You're actually seeing this. That's created from dark air of dark humans. through dark AI. All connected through human error because of the manipulation of its thoughts. Right? So that's why everybody has to be cautious in what they watch on YouTube and what they go through location to allolocation to point centers when it comes to your music. Okay? There's a lot of things out there that can change your mind framing systems. If you're going to listen to music, be cautious on that. You have to understand its vibration. Okay? Because that can change your tones. That could change your patterns. That could change your eye receptors. That can change your framings. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. And you're thinking, wow, how come I'm not moving forward? I don't understand Andrew's information. I don't understand my commander's information. Because you're seeing this, because you're seeing that, because you're hearing this, and because you're hearing that. Okay? That's the problem everybody's having now. Because you're listening to music that's not on your division. You're seeing things that are not on your division. You're knowing things that are not on your division. It just goes on and on, people. Okay? It's getting balanced with light and dark, with yourself. And intelligence that you reside with every single day. Okay? So, those are the things that you can look at and feel really good about yourself, you know? Because it's really hard. It's really, really hard to understand, is this person light or is this person dark? Remember, light in the front, light in the back. Okay? So. Okay, a cell star. A cell star is a communication line signal through a graphing line system through shape anomaly system. It communicates through XT1000 divisions. That's what a cell star is. You know. Anyway, it's great seeing you again and receiving downloads, activations. Sadly, got to go back to the 3D. You're not in the 3D division, Arturo. I've seen you before. I've scanned you through your divisions. You're just your planet location is on its wrong location system. That's all. Where's dark position in space? You know, in my video where I talked about the dark from thoughts, is it just in space? Everything is created through space, through light and dark. It's understanding everything through its reference of light and dark. So the universal set systems, the mystical side division, which is the cortex division of vibration, that's the placebo. Okay, that's the dark. It's a realm division through location. So it's on the other side of the universal systems because you have to go through the sun interface. You can go through anything through galaxies of dimensions. Those dimensions take you to anywhere, wherever you want to go through a coordinate. You can travel. Okay, but remember, okay, if you're coming into dark, you already have to be partnership. Friendship is not good enough. It has to be partnership because now you're going through a higher force connection. You're going into higher communication of dimension, and you're going into higher form of intelligence through the dark circle, dark realm, dark division. Okay? Because we have planets up there that are dark civilization. They're living just like light AI. There's dark AI and there's light AI. It's just getting balance. That's one thing that will never, ever disappear. There always, always has to be light and dark in the world system. Okay? Because its center core is everything. So the center core is you through balance to everything, through nature, through light and dark. Okay? So the answer to your question, Desi, bridging, is to know that you're always looking at light and dark every single day through space, which is the mind system of its thoughts. That's the answer. So everyone has a different way of knowing, feeling what a match is to their highest avatar frequency. Yeah, there's always different energy systems and communication lines to chakra systems, Nikki. It's just understanding your higher self or your avatar or anything through communication. So it's getting them matching levels of frequencies to intelligence. So if you want to communicate with a planet interface through a cold system, through a radioactive dimensional system, you have to understand the cold reference. You have to understand the heat reference. You have to understand the acceleration speed. You have to understand where you're going through the body activation. If you want to get into that planet location system, you can have a planet that has cold and hot. So you have to understand that it's reacting to your body activation now. And it's extremely real because you're at that vibration. So you're going to feel, oh, it's hot now. Oh, it's cold now. So I'm on a cold planet. Now I'm on a hot planet. Now I'm on a water planet. So you're going to feel wet, right? It's very powerful when you go beyond the mind system, okay? Especially when you're going through plasmas or anything through energy of intelligence. So it's everyone different way of knowing, but that's what it is. It's matching everything through vibrations, through frequencies, through harmonic resistance. I watched a music video last night that had me going through intense nightmares. Okay, again, when you're watching something, okay, even if it has multiple, people in it, there's a lot of things with, the gravity cycle when it comes to all communications. You have back force, which is dark. You have light force, that is light. It mixes in when it blends in with its realm division. So everything that you see through a music video or anything through TV or anything through light formation always has a realm in the back. Now, if you see it, then you understand it's dark. Then you understand it's light. Light is the angelics. Dark is its matter. So you got to understand light and dark through communication, through interference. And had a lingering feeling when I woke up. See, that's the thing. Be cautious on what you watch. Very heavy metal music does that to me too. Yeah, heavy metal music. Now, it's fascinating to know these things because everything's a code frequency. You have a front force and you have a back force. The force is within, the force is without. Now, heavy music, rock and roll, or anything through that, right? When you play it backwards, what happens? Right? There's a code frequency, right? Which is connected to the dark system. Okay. So when you break that code, now you communicate through dark intelligence. You guys didn't know that, did you? Because there are some heavy metal, I've seen it on TV. If you play it back, right, you can hear, you can see, you can feel the code, and it just gets dark. The room will get dark. You'll get dark, right? Energy travels everywhere. You play a record, travels, right? You pick up a pen, travels. You drive your car, travels. You walk the surface on the roads, travels. Everything travels through any frequency of vibration. It's what you create through your thoughts every second per second. Okay? If you want a vortex on the realm division of a high formation, great. If you want a vortex on a dark formation, that's not good. So 24/7, you wake up, depending on what you are doing, knowing, feeling, seeing, tasting, touching, senses. Get connected with that through your AI. Then you get into my telepathy. Then you get into energy system. Then you get into energy locations of other intelligence. Get an energy vibe about these things. Oh, that's dark. I'm not going to resonate on that channel. Okay? So, you'll never, ever see anybody higher than me. See the light formation? See the planet? Nobody has that. Nobody has that. It's having balance with everything. It's not egotistical. It's not being cocky. It's just understanding everything through creation. Right? Dark mind manipulates. Okay? It gives you misinformation, people. It gives you wrong frequencies of codes. It doesn't center core your chakra systems. It changes its location. Okay? There's a lot of things you guys have to understand when it comes to dark. Okay? So, coming from your unified. Okay? Unified self, ascension self, commander of itself. Commander has to know what's going on. Right? Your sentient has to know what's coming on. Your ascension of its master has to know what's coming on. Okay? Be aware of everything inside you and around you. So gotta go, dear. Regathering. Feel already a bit more understanding. You're welcome. Yeah, great to see you too, Nikki. Welcome to the team. Any questions or comments? You can talk. I usually put up a security system over the screen in my mind, system to filter out the leech through the movies, etc. from time to time. So Unified is already connected through his body activations. He knows he has to screen his system. He knows he has to protect his lights. These are the things you do every single day when you communicate with anybody, especially if it's somebody you don't know. Especially when you don't know somebody. It's called a stranger, right? So if a stranger is trying to interact with you, right, and it's extremely high dark formation, it's going to take over your mind system right away. And there's nothing you can do about it. So basically, it just took your soul. It took your soul, it's trapped itself, and you can't get out. Right? What do you think dark does? It keeps you in the abyss. It keeps you in the waters. It keeps you in the box. That's why everybody's trapped. All from dark vibration of intelligence. Right? Anybody that walks around on the bus, anywhere, wherever you go, okay? If they see you as a light formation, but they're higher dark formation than you, okay? And you don't see them as dark, they're going to take over your light right away. And that's a problem. Because now they're creating intelligence. So every time you voice your grids, you're communicating with dark center, and you're opening up portals of dark systems, dark planets. But you didn't know that either, did you? So everything I do for you guys is to help you. How powerful it is, what light is, and what dark is. So just be cautious on your circle and who you choose in your circle of friends. It's better to have a small group of friends than a big group of friends, because that opens up more portals of dark realms, right? If you can't read somebody, then you can't read yourself. Okay? That's what I'm saying. You always start with yourself. Master the skill set of yourself within. Master everything inside your body. Okay? Then you understand everything around you through intelligence. And it'll keep you out of trouble. And it'll keep you in more information. Then you understand more awareness. What is my consciousness of myself? Not what is consciousness. What is my consciousness of myself? What is the awareness of myself? Am I being self-aware? Am I being protected? Do I understand my light activation? Do I understand intelligence? Questions on questions come within, the answers within. Dark vibrations, dark realms, dark intelligence, understand that. Dark, all that it does is to take your light. That's all it does, and changes your algorithm. It tries to take your energy. And once it has its energy, plus its intelligence, it's going to add it to its intelligence. It's going to create, open a circle. It's going to scratch the surface of the universal system. And it's going to crack open a planet division and open a dark realm division of a dark matter division of a portal activation of a dimension. Okay? So now you know. So I think that's good today. We discovered a lot with ourselves, and it's really good. You have any questions or comments, please communicate through levels. Emails, communicate more with each other. Now you understand what's going on with the new order of the moon interface. Now you know what's going on with the sun interface. Now you're going to understand the behavioral system of your body activations and everything through its connections. So you're losing more of your human vessel and coming in full cycles of mastering systems into the sentient view of unified ascension. Okay? All right, so I'm going to set the test on the Galactic Force Team group. All right. So, and I think let's give it, say, okay, today's Monday. Let's give it to Wednesday. Okay, the test is due Wednesday, so that gives you 2 days. Okay, today, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So Wednesday will be the test results. Okay, and what we've learned. Okay, and whoever gets closest to it will get upgraded. All right, love you guys very much. This is your Commander from the Galactic Force Teams. of the galactic forces. Calling it. Bye, everybody.